Hello everyone, this is going to be a One Piece review, and today we're going to be reviewing chapter 259 and 260. So I'm playing a bit of catch up right now, so I'm going to be quite quick with my reviews. So I quite like chapter 259. It was quite interesting. So we got more of the Capone Beige saga, where he's looking for who is she looking for? Yeah, her sister. I forgot what she's called. So we get a little flashback to what actually happened, where no one actually turned up. So we see everyone's preparing quite well, and I quite like the part where we got the straw hats in their samurai armor, and yeah, I quite like Robin's comment here as well. She says how they look cute like insects, because their armor do look like those what do you call it? Those rhinoceros beetles. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then yeah, we get a throwback to the Three Musketeers, Wanda. So yeah, we got the Minx people here as well, and we also get a little conversation about what's he called, Jinbei, and there's talks about Jinbei coming back. So that's quite interesting, and I hope he does. And I feel like Jinbei coming back will be quite clutch. So yeah, and with that, we also get a bit of we kind of find out that someone's been leaking the information, and what do you call him? Orochi or kind of knows the plan, so we see him in his office, and he's just drawing crosses on the map, and he just see places getting blown up. So that was pretty crazy. So definitely the plan's been ruined and tipped off, and he's completely sabotaging it already. So yeah, it'd be interesting to find out who he got the plan from, and but yeah, he looks really evil in this Orochi. So yeah, so we kind of find out that, and then we go back to modern time with the nine, with the what you call it, the red sabards retainers, and Kimon looks very emotional. I can understand why he would be emotional because he's waited so long for this moment, and they end up going and leaving Momonosuke behind. So yeah, that was kind of emotional, and I gotta say it was pretty crazy. And so they set off, and we enter the flashback for the Odin. And, you know, Odin teases us again. He doesn't do the face reveal quite yet. But in chapter 260, we got more of Capone Beige looking for Lola. There we go. And he mistakes two girls for Lola and his wife, but it's not them. So in this chapter, we get a flashback to previous Wano Kuni, and we there seems to be an emphasis on the nature part, especially in the first few panels. We see people fishing, we see fishes, we see a lot of greenery. I guess is a massive contrast to the wasteland that it's been reduced to, and everything's pretty much toxic. And we got because it's a throwback to the past, we got all the characters we see before, and we got Suru here, and she's kind of getting scammed for her money, and it's Kiemon, and yeah, we see that he's actually a yakuza thug. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then we meet the previous shogun of Wano, actually the previous, and he's called Sukiyaki, and he's kind of gives us an overview of what Odin's done up to this point in his life. So Odin seems like quite a badass the way he's built up. Apparently, he was able to catch a rabbit with his bare hands at 2, and by 6 he was roaming the red light district. Like what? That's that sounds a bit weird, but I guess he's just that grown, you know. And at age 8 he was getting drunk and starting fights with gamblers, so it kind of escalates quite up, and it comes to the point where he's 18 now, and we get, what do you call it, more information on Huguro, and he's been having a battle with him. And I quite like the name of the event, the Harem Revolt. That was pretty funny. Harem Wars, pretty much. It'd be quite funny to see that battle actually unfold, and in more detail. That'd be pretty cool. So Huguro looks pretty cool though in his prime, I guess. shriveled up self as he is right now, a former shell of himself. Yeah, he looks a bit more cooler in his youth. He's bigger. His flame hair looks cool, and he almost looks quite strong. So then, and we also get this guy called Denjiro. Okay, an orphan from the capital, and a lot of people being saying he looks a lot like Zoro's teacher, and I do see that, and it kind of makes sense for him to be Zoro's teacher, and that would be such a crazy link because Zoro has actually learned some of the what do you call it? Because there was a reference to how Momonosuke comments on Zoro's linguo, lingo, not linguo. Yeah, some of his linguistics, and he notices that Zoro uses some of the terms that they use in Wano. So he could have learned it from him. So there's just so much connection to Zoro's master being from Wano, and it even looks like that. And then we meet Odin himself, Kozuki Odin, and he kind of looks like Kiyomon in a bit, and that's probably because of the eyebrows and the hair. But he's kind of different, and he seems to be like the ultimate Chad kind of thing. And he actually even looks like the Chad meme, especially in this one panel where he's drinking the sake. And he just seems like one of those stereotypical badass kind of characters. Like, yeah, I do that kind of stuff. And in this certain scene, we see him eating on top of someone's dead body, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's being so disrespectful," but it turns out he's having sharing a last meal with his friend. So that's pretty badass to him, and he just walks off, and you can see all the girls are pretty crazy about him because of how alpha Odin seems to be. And it's like, oh, he's so cool. This means trouble. Hide your wives and daughters. This is the charming Odin from the rumors. So yeah, we see him just like wandering around, and we see every Kiyomon trying to find the pig, and we apparently the tale is that the white boar, the reason why it works is because its parent comes and is going to destroy the city. So I'm guessing it's up to Odin to prevent that from happening. But yeah. So what do I think of Odin? Yeah, he seems like a really macho kind of guy, confident, alpha type of dude. And I got to see what he's up to next. And he seems quite strong. He seems to be quite hyped. And I've noticed something quite particular about his traits. Apparently, he's also very bad with direction, so that's kind of setting up something and trying to, there seems to be a link with Odin and Zoro because Zoro is also bad at getting directions. So that's quite interesting where that could develop into and how those two could relate. But yeah, that was it for this too. All right, bye.